We've been featuring the candidates for Hilton Head Mayor this month, and we'll talk with Joe Dubois and Cork James in a moment. But another contested race on the island is the District 8 County Council race between incumbent Rick Caporal and write-in candidate Lynn King of Bluffton, part of which is also in District 8. We heard from Mr. Caporal last week. Ms. King, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you having you here.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks for having me here.
We'll ask pretty much the same questions we asked the incumbent, beginning with the simplest one. Why are you running for this seat?
Well, my decision to run as a write-in candidate actually stemmed from my petition efforts this summer. I've watched, frankly, political officials just become complacent and unchallenged in their positions, and I thought perhaps I could provide some new ideas and fresh outlook for the voters, and I'm giving the voters a choice. There seems to be a lot of sentiment out there to find somebody who really will listen to the voters and take their issues to heart to try to move the county forward.
Okay, what makes you uniquely qualified? Tell us a little bit about yourself that makes you the person who should represent District 8.
Well, it's funny because I think actually what makes me unique is that I'm not at all qualified to be a politician. I've lived and worked in Beaufort County for over 30 years. I've raised a family here, and I'm simply a regular working citizen that really loves this district, and I want to be a true representative and listen to the voters, take to heart what they want, and try to work with county to move us forward. I'm not interested in special endorsements. I'm not looking for certain factions to support me. Actually, the only endorsement I would like is for people to want a choice and go to the polls on November the 4th and write in Lynn King.
All right. What should be the county's priorities in the next couple of years?
Well, one thing that really concerns me is the declining property values in the county, and I hear my opponent and others talk about how they are responsible for cutting the county's budget. And while I am all for physically responsible government, I think what a lot of people fail to see is that the county's staff cuts and budget reductions are directly linked to the declining property values we have here in southern Beaufort County. We need alternative sources of revenues, I believe, in order to take the burden off of the residential property owners. If we don't find other sources of revenue, the necessary funds to keep this county operating are going to continue to come from property taxes, and that's inevitably going to have to be raised if we're going to maintain our safety and quality of life that we've all come to know. I believe the roads and the bridges and the infrastructure of the county need to be improved, yet this county council doesn't have any really firm plans of how to fund that. The capital sales tax referendum, I believe, would have given voters an opportunity to see a lot of projects that could have benefited the community, understand the sources of revenue that would have been out there, and made a decision as to whether that was something they wanted to do. However, my opponent led the charge for this referendum to be stopped at the county council chambers rather than letting the voters actually learn about it and make an informed decision on November the 4th whether they wanted that or not.
What sources of funding do you see? Do you see things out there that haven't been tapped?
Well, I think we've got a lot of road issues. It goes without a doubt that Highway 278 has a lot of road issues that need to be addressed. The Jenkins Island project, which I think we all commonly refer to as the Windmill Harbor project, but it's much more than Windmill Harbor. There's really, that would have been a project that would have been funded in this referendum. We also would have conservatively had like $30 million after this referendum that could have helped benefit the county. Maybe everything on the laundry list isn't something that the voters would have liked, might not have been something that I would have liked, but this isn't about me. This is about having the voters be able to have some input in determining their future.
All right, some very interesting ideas. Thanks so much for joining us, Ms. King. Good luck next week.
Thanks so much.